Let me first start off by saying thanks to everybody who's been able to hang out with me on my early morning Twitch streams. We've put the application in for partner. We'll see what takes and what doesn't. Guys, welcome. Thanks for everybody coming checking it out. Well, what's up, Soul Nation? Thanks for hanging out here on a vlog video on this wonderful Friday. Hopefully you guys are going to have a safe and happy weekend, this long weekend, and play some awesome games. And I can't wait to talk to you guys more about video games, obviously, over the next coming weeks. But I wanted to sit down today and have the Talk Gamer Edition with you guys today. We got a lot to talk about, got a lot to catch you guys up on, especially as it relates to like streaming, content, schedules, and more. And as always, this should be a discussion. Hopefully you guys weigh in on the comments below so I can get your thoughts on anything that we're going to talk about today. So just as a high level overview for those who might be coming into this video wondering what is this vlog that Brian puts out on occasion, today we're going to be talking Final Fantasy XIV, Phantasy Star Online 2, Destiny 2, essentially streaming. But I want to start off actually with kind of an update on Avengers. Square Enix sent me a copy and I plan to put out a review and maybe some guides on the content itself. As a non-completely, biased, I guess, perspective, I've really been blown away by the story so far. The acting is incredible and I have yet to finish it. This has been a crazy busy week, but I plan to sit down and put that out for you guys, give you guys my thoughts once I've really experienced the game. I don't like putting out reviews especially on games, until I've really played them. I feel like that is something that if I'm going to talk about a game's positives and negatives, I owe it to, I guess, you guys, my community, to actually make sure that I've experienced as much as I humanly can. If there's some kind of, 2,000 hours and this really cool thing unlocks, well, that's where I think updated reviews like kind of fall in. As a father, you guys, if you've hit subscribe before, as you know, it's not always, I'm not always going to be first, and I don't actually ever feel like I need to be, which is kind of nice, and thank you guys for that. Now, what I want to do, because Square Enix sent me a copy, I also died a lot, and the loading on Xbox was pretty, not atrocious, it was actually pretty decent, but I ended up buying a version on Stadia, been playing on that. The loading time on Stadia, if you guys aren't aware, is insanely fast. And that's why I'm really happy for you guys to experience, next generation Xbox Series X and PS5. I think people are going to be blown away when it comes down to loading speeds for the next generation. Just putting that out there. Anyway, so I've got it on 2 platforms, but my philosophy has always been, at its core, to give away a free copy of a game at the end of the day, like to give away a free copy of the game. And so what I'm going to do, here's what this is the thought, and you guys can let me know so we can kind of figure out what makes the most sense. As a part of the members, either showing up on the left or the right hand side, they are locked in and they're going to be the ones who are eligible for the giveaway. So we'll figure out how I'm going to randomly select a member. I guess we'll have them weigh in either on this video or on the review video, but those are going to be those who are eligible to receive this giveaway. Now, the reason why I'm locking it is that I don't want these things to become membership drives. You have absolutely no, I do not want to make this about support, sponsoring or whatever. And so that's just my thought. It's a way to say thank you. I don't actually include that as a listed perk, but that's something I've actually thought about for a long time, that if I ever get a code, I want to make sure that my money's in the game as well, because no matter what, I still believe that even if somebody gave me a free pizza, I might enjoy that pizza a little bit more than maybe as good as the pizza was, like, because it's like, well, it was free, right? So I want to make sure that my skin's in the game when it comes down to reviews on this channel. And so that's how I'm thinking about handling it, but it's not set in stone. I want to get your feedback, and that's why I want to open this video with that aspect. Before we dive into Final Fantasy, Phantasy Star, and Destiny content, like kind of a little conversation, because all of those interrelate to what I'm about to talk to you guys about today, and it's streaming. Like, I opened with the video, we've submitted for a Twitch partner, and honestly, if we get it, cool. If we don't, that's fine too. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's something that I would like to have, because one of the things that I can't do is squad stream. There's a lot of things that are locked behind that partner, wall, or in the mist. I don't know what we call it. A lot of things that are locked behind that, and I think at the end of the day, I keep saying at the end of the day, I'd like to be able to have more emote slots. I'd like to have more of that. I've got more emotes than I can use, and I even have more on the way, and I'd like to be able to open those up here, both on this channel, but also over on Twitch. That all being said, as this relates to Destiny, Final Fantasy, and PSO, the big push has been for Final Fantasy. I really enjoy making Final Fantasy content. If you guys have seen my channel Work to Game, well, yeah, you'd probably see that. You see that obviously I'm moving some of that here, and Work to Game is pivoting to more that discussion-based channel with Chris and I talking about something that's going on within the community. And that's kind of what our plan is as it relates for Work to Game versus like, what it is here, where I post guides, where I really enjoy making guides for you guys. And the fact that I've been able, and people just keep saying I've helped them enjoy Final Fantasy so much, it's been great. Anyway, all that being said is that's been the big push. So you've seen less Phantasy Star Online content for me. You haven't seen really a lot of some of this Destiny stuff that I would like to put together as I'm working on these catalysts. And the goal is that, well, whether I get it or not this time, you're going to see a streaming return to Phantasy Star and Destiny, along with Final Fantasy and other content and other games, especially as it relates to New World. Speaking of New World, just briefly, if you guys are interested I'm hanging out with NerdSlayer. We're going to be talking about New World over on New World Radio. Link will be in the description if you guys are interested in checking out that podcast. It goes live today at 3 p.m. Central. Otherwise, I'll post a highlight here or two or something like that, and the full podcast on Ginger Gaming Radio. So hopefully you guys look forward to that. I'm very excited. I said Barry. I'm going to go with it. All right. Back to the whole point of it. The whole goal for this partner push, if you guys have hung out on stream, or if you haven't and you're just listening to these words now, had a limited time. I'm kind of scared as hell because next week Maddie is going to be returning to school, and we don't really know how that's going to go. It's kind of like what's going to happen. Now, we believe we've all had COVID, so hopefully we can't get it again. All right, rolling those metaphorical dice, see what's going to happen. And so that being said, the whole goal was for the push was going to go up to school. It does not mean I'm done. It just means that if we don't get it this time, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. If it doesn't happen this time, next summer is going to be the next time I do this early morning big time push. So Monday morning is going to be my last big early morning stream, and it's going to be Final Fantasy. And then after that, I'm going to take about a week off from streaming and just kind of rest. It's been fun getting up playing games, but I'm going to make sure that I get up and take care of the kids, get them to school, things like that. I feel like I want to make that part of my job. I like spending the mornings with my family. I'm sure they like me. At least the last poll was Dad is good. Dad is a favorite. But anyway, all that being said is that I'll find another time to figure out what works. It might be a little bit more impromptu streams. It might be a little bit more, maybe like a lunch stream. Honestly, I'm going to just reevaluate what makes the most sense for that, as it also relates to the content here on the channel, which if you guys hit that subscribe button and you're here and you're watching this, thanks. But I really enjoy making guides. I really enjoy breaking down systems and concepts, and hopefully in a very descriptive and non-judgmental way. Like, I really love these games, an action, or at least a multiplayer RPG. Like, that is where I thrive. That's where I spend my time. That's where I even, like, depending on the game and its style, it's where I play with my kids, aka Avengers, versus, something like, Outriders, which is looks so awesome, but it's something that I wouldn't be playing around my kids, at least yet. They gotta put another decade in on them at that point. But all that being said, I just want to kind of give you guys an update on Avengers. I do have a New World video that's going to be rolling out probably this weekend for you guys. It just depends on when that gets finished. And obviously, I have a Scholar Controller Guide already scheduled. I was hoping to get to the Astrologian this week, and I just was busy with work, wasn't able to get to that. So I'll probably put that up next week. We might end up doing kind of big sprints of, like, depends on if I'm able to get it done, but I want to make sure I have all the controller guides for the jobs in 14. I want to actually put out a new controller guide for Phantasy Star Online 2, as well as dive back in and get finished leveling up on several of the classes in PSO2, as well as we prepare for a new Genesis. New World is awesome, and it's flawed. It's like such a A and B, and so hopefully you guys check out that video when it does go live. It means a lot to me. But anyway, guys, questions, comments, concerns, any thoughts, all welcome in the comments below. Thanks for checking out this vlog. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully you guys have a fun and safe weekend. As always, I love you. I love your faces. Thanks for being here. I hope to see you in my next video. But until then, take care. This video is sponsored by me, Ginger Prime. Hopefully you'll check out my podcast channel, Ginger Gaming Radio, which we have lots of guests, lots of great conversations, and even more highlights. Links are in the description below. Let me know what you think. Thanks.